Sudanese security forces used stun grenades and tear gas on Monday to disperse crowds of protesters, according to a Reuters reporter. They were rallying in Khartoum on the 4th anniversary of the uprising that toppled former leader Omar al-Bashir. The protests in the capital come 2 weeks after the military leaders, who staged a coup last year, signed an outline deal with political parties to relaunch a transition towards democratic elections with international support. The deal faces major challenges, though. Analysts say they include limited public backing for the civilian signatory and the deferral of contentious issues, including transitional justice and reform of the security forces. Demonstrators who called for civilian rule and justice over deaths during past protests gathered in their largest numbers for several months on Monday. They marched to within about a mile of the presidential palace. One of them is al-Jamri.
The revolution will continue and will not stop. Our basic demand is to live a decent life in this country, and we will not give up our rights in any way. Even if agreements were signed between politicians and soldiers, this is not what the Sudanese people want.
Police with armoured trucks blocked their way, then chased the protesters through the streets. Rallies were also reported in other Sudanese cities. Ahead of the protest, security forces had closed roads leading to the Defence Ministry and shut several of the bridges linking Khartoum with its adjoining cities. Since October 2021, when military leaders deposed a civilian-led government that had been set up under a power-sharing arrangement, more than 120 civilians have been killed by security forces at anti-military protests, according to medics. Authorities have said that peaceful protests are allowed and that protest casualties will be investigated.